man, I listen to Badu. She got my third eye on fleek, so I keep a third eye on you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, misery bots of all ages, back again with another video. This time we're going to be talking about flawless blocks in Mortal Kombat 1. But before I do, if you like that intro music, definitely check out the Adrian Rockstar SoundCloud in the descriptions below. Let's get into the video. Now, one of the things that sparked the idea for this particular video was this video right here by Punk the God, where he is actually reacting to Daigo's Ryu, playing Ryu after Ryu buffs and stuff like that. And while watching this video, I see Daigo do a plethora of perfect parries during this entire stream, and I highly recommend going to Punk the God's channel and checking out this video of Daigo playing Ryu. It's a really good video. Like, Daigo is actually really good or whatever. He's he's a beast or whatever. But he does so many perfect parries in this particular video, and it had me thinking about Mortal Kombat 11 and the flawless block system. And I know there was a lot of people that complained about the flawless block system, and I guess in Mortal Kombat 11 it made some type of sense to why you would complain about the flawless block system, because in Mortal Kombat 11 was already a very defensive game. When you think of Mortal Kombat 11, you think of stuff like the flawless block up 2, the flawless block up 3, just the regular flawless block. You think of the plethora of wake up options like the forward roll, the back roll, the armored up 3, the up 2 wake up, the delayed wake up. You think about the breakaway system. So like, Mortal Kombat 11 was a very defensive game and had a plethora of defensive options in it for a game that wasn't as offensive minded as Mortal Kombat X. Like, Mortal Kombat X was very offensive minded, and with the Mortal Kombat 11, they kind of took the opposite approach and they went completely defensive minded. Now we're playing Mortal Kombat 1, and Mortal Kombat 1 is a lot more offensive minded, hence the reason people tend to enjoy the gameplay a bit more, because the gameplay is a lot more offensive minded. But in doing so, they went about and nerfed the flawless block system. And I find that actually pretty weird, because I feel like keeping the flawless block system the way it was in Mortal Kombat 11 would have actually added more depth to Mortal Kombat 1. The way I feel right now, like just playing Street Fighter 6 or whatever, the perfect parry and just the parry system, like, first of all, can I say that Street Fighter 6 is very balanced in terms of it not only giving you a good amount of offensive options, but giving you a good amount of defensive options in terms of like armored wake up moves and stuff like that. For example, like Ken being able to armored wake up DP and stuff like that as long as you use bar. You also have like the parry system. You have the drive rush. You also have the drive impact system, which is, you know, an offensive move, but it takes about 3 hits in order to break through that armor. So it's kind of also a defensive option in some cases as well. You also have like your wake up level 3 moves and stuff like that, which tends to be invincible as well. So I mean, there's a really good balance to it, to where you have a plethora of offensive options, but you also have like a plethora of defensive options to kind of counter those offensive options. But then you also have offensive options to counter the defensive options and stuff like that with Street Fighter 6. But yet they still have the perfect parry system, which, in my opinion, I believe that the perfect parry is actually superior than the flawless block system was in Mortal Kombat 11. Like, if you perfect parry somebody in Street Fighter 6, you can you can get some damage. I mean, some perfect parries can only lead to a throw, but then there's some perfect parries that can lead to like some really damaging combos. And you see, from my experience, you see the perfect parry occur far more than you've ever seen the flawless block in Mortal Kombat 11. Even in the competitive level, like the flawless block system in MK11 was pretty good, but it was it was pretty difficult. It was a really big risk reward behind it, and a lot of the time the reward wasn't even all that. You feel me? A lot of the time, some people can get a lot from their flawless block up 2 or whatever, but it was something that was relatively difficult to do, because not only did you have to flawless block an attack, which required specific timing in order just to flawless block it, you also then had to react and press the up 2 in order to get anything out of that flawless block. Most of the time, some moves you can flawless block and then it'll leave them negative enough to where you can get a combo, but for the most part you would have to like flawless block up 2. And even at a tournament level, the flawless block up 2 wasn't really, or even flawless block up 3 wasn't really something you've seen very often, even at a tournament level, even at a high competitive level, even at the end of the game's life cycle. You've seen people flawless blocking, but you didn't really see them flawless blocking up 2 or flawless blocking up 3, especially nowhere near the rate that you see people perfect parrying in Street Fighter 6. Like, even at a casual level, it's far easier to get a perfect parry and get some sort of being able to capitalize from your perfect perfect parry in Street Fighter 6 than it ever was to get something out of a flawless block in Mortal Kombat 11. That brings me to Mortal Kombat 1. Like I said before, Mortal Kombat 1, far more offensive minded. But not only is it more offensive minded, they took away the plethora of defensive options we had to deal with this superior offense in Mortal Kombat 1. So in Mortal Kombat 1, I mean, we have defensive options like the delayed wake up. We do have armored wake up, which is pretty good in my opinion. Especially depending, it is really character dependent, but there are some characters that can armored wake up and get some combos out of their armored wake up and stuff like that. And then you obviously have your wake up fatal blow, which you can actually get hit out of that, believe it or not. And then you do have the perfect parry. You also have the up block as well. But that's it. Compared to when you think of Mortal Kombat 11, there was the breakaway, there was the delayed wake up, there was the forward roll, the back roll, the armored up 3, the wake up 2, the perfect parry up 2, the perfect parry up 3. In Mortal Kombat 1, they took away a lot of the defensive options, which I feel would help the game if they added like the perfect parry up 2, or at least the perfect parry up 3, to deal with some of this oppressive offense we have in Mortal Kombat 1. If you really think about it, like, you have stuff like Raiden. I mean, even when the game first came out, you had like Baraka Cyrax that can do stuff to really chip you out. You had Raiden and Cyrax that can do stuff to really chip you out. You had Scorpion and Cyrax that could really chip you out. Then you had like Scorpion and even like Striker. You had Scorpion and not Scorpion, but like Raiden and Kung Lao and stuff like that. So many moves in this particular game, and so many different characters. Like, for example, Kenshi, when he brings out Sento and stuff like that. They put you in these positions where you just gotta hold it and block these attacks, and there's no real answer for it. Where I feel like if you had like a flawless block up 2 or a flawless block up 3, that would be a good defensive options to deal with some of these people just trying to chip you out. You feel me? Like that would be an option. I mean, you still have the flawless block, which will mitigate the damage for the most part, but if you can do like a flawless block up 3 and armor through the chip out and stuff like that, I feel that it'll also add like a level of depth to the game, because now they just can't get those chip out options for free. You have an options to deal with those chip out options, because like, especially like somebody like with Raiden, where it was it was Raiden and Cyrax or whatever, and even Baraka and Cyrax, where they would just do these chain combos on block that did a crap ton of damage, and you just had to hold that. You just had to hold that, and it's taking 10-15% of your health on block, and it's like, damn, dude. And I gotta hold this. Even if you flawless block it, I mean, it mitigates a lot of the damage, but you're still taking damage. Whereas I feel like if you can like maybe flawless block up 3 something and get yourself out of it, it works out a lot better that way. So I was just thinking, like, let me know what you think about maybe upgrading or improving the flawless block system in Mortal Kombat 1 to how it was in Mortal Kombat 11, do you think it will help Mortal Kombat 1 at all? Do you think it's a dumb idea? Let me know in the comments below. But I think improving the flawless block system in a game as offensive as Mortal Kombat 1 to the level it was in Mortal Kombat 11 will help a lot in a lot of situations and stuff like that. Especially, again, when you think of a game like Street Fighter that has the perfect parry, which in my opinion, I believe is even stronger than the flawless block ever was in Mortal Kombat 11. And it's something that you typically see even at a competitive level quite often. I can't help but feel like the flawless block, improving the flawless block in Mortal Kombat 1 will aid this game. So if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Definitely check out the Adrian Rockstar SoundCloud in the descriptions below. Remember, your life is a fantasy.
Boys in the hood with big dreams of being superstars. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, but you gotta work super hard.